wanted to know one thing that Richard shared before his chemo was finished, and we had a moment together in that rental, that little bed and breakfast, and we were up half the night talking, and he talked about when he first met you, Camille. And, well, first had a feeling for you, right? And I want to have you finish that, or maybe Rich, somebody that might have heard the story, because I can't remember it, I'm just like a cadet remembering. But you wanted to hike into Canada, a 50-mile hike, right? By yourself, is that right? And then you needed somebody to drop you off at the trailhead. And then he was supposed to go back home and wait for you to show up a few weeks later, right? And fast forward, I don't know in between that, but then he waited for you, and I guess you took a bus from where you were going to be in Canada home, and you arrived home, and he was like, wow. He just realized she was just, I mean, he saw you in a different light. And I thought that's his last thought that he shared with me before he got really sick from the chemo. Do you want to elaborate on that at all, or?
I can tell the story.
You want to tell the story?
Well,
your version of it? And
well, I just know that all the years I knew Richard, he didn't introduce me to anybody special until Camille. And he said, I got someone that you should meet. Is that a good invitation?
Yes.
And I said, okay, we'll check her out for you. I'm the sister. And so we went across the street at the Cliff House. And you had a glass of wine, maybe two. Kind of nervous because I was checking her out. And I remember I felt like I was the one that had to, stand up because the sister didn't live in town. So I said, Camille, what are your intentions? And she said, well, I just love Richard. And this was like, me and Camille. It's like, after that couple glasses of wine, it's like, all right, he was so happy. He just was like this fountain of youth. So thank you. All those years, thank you.
And then
Stories.
Something else that I heard that you had asked somebody, you had told them that Richard gave you a back rub, and no, and they were wondering if does that mean, and a hug, does that mean he likes me? Is that too much information?
We're happy to hear from other people now, kind of open